I started off on my own, then I got respected. Put all my time into the grind and then I got connected. A few done turned their backs on me and I felt neglected. Now I'm moving on without them unapologetic.
Alright people, welcome to Unapologetic Truth, where we speak the truth and don't apologize for it, because why? The truth never apologizes. Alright, today we're gonna get into this bill that the government had signed into action. Right? A lot of people know about Big Brother, them tracking you, everything you're doing. Man, they doing it by cell phones, they doing it by computers, and now they doing it by some other way. So we're gonna check that out with the video, and then also this is what's gonna lead up to the RFID chip, which they're gonna be able to track you without anything else, just that little chip. As we've seen before, as I put it in my last videos, if you haven't seen the last videos, go to my channel, click on the last videos, and then you'll see what I'm talking about with the RFID chip. Right? So let's get into this video and see what the House Bill 6666 is about. Alright.
Experts have long used contact tracing to stop epidemics like Ebola, and they're trying to use it to stop COVID-19. But getting already suspicious Americans to cooperate so that it works effectively will be tough. The CDC even gives contact tracing the creepy term of public health surveillance. Using either Bluetooth or location services on your phone, contact tracing apps record who we've been in contact with in case people nearby have COVID-19.
So they're using this app, right, to trace you and everyone you've been in contact with. Listen to what I'm saying. They're using this app called contact tracing to trace you, and everyone that you've been around, that you came in contact with. They using 19. I can't say the word because YouTube is trying to censor people from speaking truth about this, but they using that as an excuse, right? Let's hear what else they gotta say.
Nations like Singapore are already using it.
Get peace of mind for you and your family through community-driven contact tracing.
Now, House Bill 6666, the COVID-19...
6666. That is not a coincidence. We know that our government, we know they're working with, higher powers. Let's get it.
19 Testing, Reaching, and Contacting Everyone or TRACE Act would give $100 billion to local organizations to help with testing and contact tracing by funding door-to-door outreach. Contrary to what some believe, it does not allow anyone to enter your home or allow the government to remove anyone from your home because of coronavirus. But could the government legally force us to take an app on our phones? Professor Brad Jacobs, a constitutional expert at Regent University, says no.
We do have protections against searches and seizures by the government. The Supreme Court just a couple years ago ruled that the government can't use pings off of cell towers to tell them where someone is without getting a warrant first.
But could the government...
They even using cell towers to track you. Every time you pass a cell tower, your signal bounces off the cell tower to let at a certain specific time to let them know what area you was in at what time you was in that area. This is how they get a lot of people that's do murders and they try to say they wasn't in the area at the time, they can trace they cell signal and see where they was at exactly what time. That's how a lot of them get caught up. They don't know. They think, oh, people snitching on me. But how are they snitching on you when they the ones that's already tracing you through your phone? They tracing you through your phone. Your signal, wherever you go, your signal bounces off each cell tower. And at the time it's a time that they have when you're at the same time your signal is bouncing off the cell tower. So they know that you was in the area at that specific time when this happened. So they use a lot of means to trace you, and they make sure that it doesn't go against the Constitution to do so. They don't need a warrant to trace your phone. They need a warrant to go into your phone, but they don't need a warrant to trace your phone. That's public. They can use that. So you guys better be careful what you're doing, because they watching. Believe that. They can follow you from camera to camera to camera to camera for miles. You think you're getting away, but they got thousands and thousands of cameras everywhere. They know.
Government restrict your freedom if you don't use a contact tracing app. Maybe.
Supreme Court has
Restrict your
long
freedom
held that
if you don't use the
rights
app.
are
If you don't use the
absolute.
app.
The government can override a constitutional right, at least for a short period,
See?
if it can show
What I
what
just
we
said.
call a compelling state
They
interest.
can
Michael
override.
Doherty, the CEO of
They can
LabMD, a
override
medical
the
testing
Constitution
lab who's
to
been
do
fighting
this.
federal overreach in his industry for years, is the author of The Devil Inside the Beltway, and he calls a tracing app Big Brother.
It's
Come
a
on now.
huge
He knows what's
excuse
going on. He
to
knows
give
they
the
working with
government more
Satan.
information.
He knows
And
this.
as we're seeing with who
He knows this.
infiltrates our government, they will violate our rights and violate anyone's rights for political gain.
The notion that Americans will cooperate voluntarily with a contact tracing app seems to be dead on arrival. A recent poll showed less than a third of Americans would participate in tracing if it's run by the federal government. Dale Hurd, CBN News.
Okay, so as we seen that these people can trace you regardless of the Constitution or not.
Had a national
Right.
biometric.
Right? So you guys better be careful, man, because they on the mission. You know, I don't know if you know anything about the New World Order, things that's going on. If you don't, go check out my other video. You'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, man, they really trying to lock everything down. They're trying to get everybody tracked, so they can know who's who, how many is how many, because they're on a mission to get the population down, which is population control. They own that mission. And regardless of the polls of Americans say, oh, I wouldn't do this because of this. Do you really think they care? They've been working on this behind your back. Do you really think they care about if you want to use it or not? You don't want to use it? Okay, they're going to apply the pressure. Nobody's allowed outside after 6. No matter what you got to do. You either take this app and use it so we can track you and everyone that's around you, or you're not allowed outside. You heard what the guy said. You really don't have freedom. Freedom of speech, or freedom or control to do whatever you want to do. That's the whole mission of population control, so they can have enough people that they can control. Right now, it's a couple of billion people on Earth. A couple billion. They want to get it down to 500 million. So you do the math. How many people do you think they're gonna kill through 19? Through by any means necessary to kill people? Like, a lot of people, they sit here and they listen to the government and everything they want to say. Oh, the government is not that bad. They're not doing this. They're not doing that. It's because you sleep. You don't have the type of wisdom to let you don't have wisdom at all. Wisdom lets you know things that's good or bad, right and wrong. If you can't establish the difference between something that's right and something that's wrong, you don't have wisdom. You just a puppet. You know the little string puppets? They doing this to you. That's what they're doing to you. But it's people like me that cut those strings. And guess what? I know things and tell things that they don't want me to know or tell. But guess what? I'm going to do it anyway because I'm supposed to do this. Y'all better wake up, America, man, because if y'all don't, it's going to be too late. You think 2020 was something? With all these mass murders, you think those mass murders was just coincidence? You think they happened just by chance? No. It's an agenda behind all of this. Everything that's going on is an agenda behind it. Gang banging is an agenda behind it. These brothers think they started that, but no, they didn't start that. The government started that. To commit mass genocide for population control. Back to that again. I mean, I'll be mind boggled by how a lot of people walk around like everything is okay. Like everything is going to go back to normal. It's not going back to normal. 2021 is going to be worse than 2020. Alright, man. That's enough for right now. You know, what I suggest you to do, I suggest you go and do research on your own. Don't listen to the government. Don't listen to people who are puppets being played by strings. Don't listen to them. Listen to your own mind. Do your research. Go down the rabbit hole because the rabbit hole goes deep. Alright, it's your boy Unapologetic Truth. We signing off. Hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel because I'm coming with more content like this. And tell your friends. Tell everybody. Tell everybody to come over if they want to know some truth. Come over to the home of the truth, man. Subscribe to the channel. And you want this channel to grow, and you want this this information to get to a wider audience, to wake people up, share. Hit the like button. Hit the Cash App. Alright. You guys have a good one. I'll be back with y'all with another one.
I started off on my own, then I got respected. Put all my time into the grind and then I got connected. A few done turned their backs on me and I felt neglected. Now I'm moving on without them unapologetic.